Does anyone have a question?
I have a question, Stuart.
Yes.
On the day of on the day of Rudy's Samadhi, what do you experience?
Excuse me?
On the day of Rudy's Samadhi, what do you experience?
Uh, what do you experience?
I try to look at his picture and sit with his picture and think about his life the best to my capabilities since I didn't know him.
So don't be concerned about what I experience. Be concerned about I mean, this weekend was such an extraordinarily powerful weekend that I was going through a major transformation and saw a whole group of people doing the exact same thing. And you were sitting and looking at a picture. I mean, I don't get that, Christine. Understand? I mean, I do these things and hopefully people take advantage of them. This is one of the strongest weekends I think I ever sat. I mean, every retreat is like that. They get more and more deep. And I watched people transforming in front of me, changing in front of me, getting more open. It was really an extraordinary weekend. And you're sitting and looking at a picture, thinking about what you should be doing. I mean, check yourself out when you ask questions like that. What is available in your life? What are you taking advantage of? What are you doing to really grow inside yourself? And then I don't think you ask questions like that. I mean, I don't want to scold you, and I don't, but it's just, I think people have to, anyway, what is it? Anyway, does anyone else have a question they would like to ask? I mean, it was a remarkable weekend. And ask people who attended what was going on here, extraordinary. I mean, I have a lot of people and the energy was really powerful. Rudy was here, Nityananda was here, nurturing people. People made the effort to come here, and then it snowed, and we had a little birthday party for Joe, who came from Belgium, to be part of this today, and a class, and there'll be another class for people that are here tomorrow. And I mean, look, my objective is what Rudy said: work brings more work. With many of you, it's almost like work brings less work. You get more satisfied with yourself and you take less responsibility for truly working out your karma and doing service to a higher force of energy in the universe and building. I mean, every time I sit down to work, I ask for help to get strong enough to do what is required for me for the rest of my life. Every time I sit down and do this. And one of the ways I get strong enough is doing what I did last weekend. I mean, I mean, at my age, it's crazy. But yet, every time I do this, I get stronger inside, deeper, more open, more prepared to deal with karma and deal with my life, take on the responsibilities of my life, and not looking for easy solutions to a situation that's a very difficult situation, the attainment of spiritual enlightenment. I mean, today there were a dozen people here. They couldn't fly out because of the snow. So we had an amazing class and little party for Joe, and came, as I say, from Belgium. And look, I don't want to walk around here cracking a whip with people. You understand? That's not what my life is about, and I don't want to live that way. But I think people have to truly begin to recognize what is involved in taking on the responsibility of serving a higher energy in the universe. And no one's going to get spiritually enlightened until they do that. And this is about that kind of inner growth, taking advantage of meditation classes, taking advantage of retreats, taking advantage of all the things that we're trying to do to not only help myself grow, but all of you to grow. And it's very, very profound work. At the same time, it's the most joyful thing I know. I mean, I sat down for the first class on Friday. I said, "Oh my God, it's the beginning of a really long weekend." And every breath in that class gave me the strength to do what I have to do to serve a higher energy in the universe. Every breath. So don't take anything for granted. That is really one of the worst things you can do if you're taking things for granted. Take advantage of what the universe puts in your life, both this meditation, the people in your life, the job you have, the work you do, everything is sacred. And our job here is to learn to get strong enough inside to learn how to recognize that all of life is sacred. The things you like and the things you don't like. The people that are, open and the ones that are not even open. It's all one's teacher. And our job, or at least the job through meditation, is to get strong enough so that we can embrace it and find the sacred nature of life, doing the tough shit that you got to do to build yourself inside, overcoming the blocks, the obstacles, all the problems inside. And I'll just say it once again, don't take things for granted. It's the quickest way to close your heart, and it's the quickest way to just get caught up in tension and resistance and picking out this and picking out that, and making yourself, really it's a very difficult way to live, taking life for granted, learning from life, opening to life, letting it be a teacher, getting strong enough to do what I'm talking about. It's a whole different kind of approach. Most people don't want to be bothered with getting strong enough to finding life to be something sacred. Does anyone else have a question they'd like to ask? I mean, look, I had a great teacher, Rudy, and he taught me that work brings more work. Maybe I don't teach this to all of you. I don't know. But I certainly learned that from him, taking full responsibility for my commitment to a higher energy, my commitment to the people in my life, and not just lip service, you know, doing it, living it, becoming a living example of that. Does anyone else have a question? Happy Rudy Samadhi. Does anyone else have a question they would like to ask?
Thank you, Stuart.
You're welcome. You're welcome. As I say, I don't want to be a hard ass. I'm not. I used to be a hard ass years ago. I really was. I would really crack a whip and get people in line and make, stop the. And I really have a very real place in my heart for everyone that's sitting here in this meditation. You presence here has made it possible for me to have an enormous amount of growth in my life. And I have nothing but gratitude. And, and I have learned so many things in the last 5, 6, 7 years that I want to impart. But again, I can't do it if people also don't make the effort to go beyond, I know the money problems and the this and the that, and oh, I can't do this, I can't, you know, Rudy told me, buy that building. One of the greatest teachings in my life, buy that building, don't be afraid of living in the world. Does anyone else have a question they'd like to ask? Okay, if there are no more questions, there will be meditation tomorrow at 1 o'clock, and then Wednesday at same time. Thank you. Bless you all. And I'm looking forward to seeing everybody. Have a wonderful evening and a day tomorrow. And just begin to look at life as something sacred. Precious. Time is very precious. We're not given a lot of it in each lifetime. 60 years in terms of the universe, 60 years is like a speck of sand on a piece of sand on a beach. And that's what we're given. We've got to use it instead of, we have to use the time to build an inner life and to learn how to transform a very difficult world into something sacred. So I'm looking forward to seeing you all soon, and God bless you all, and have a wonderful evening.
Thank you, Stuart.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Stuart.
You're welcome. Thank you.